Before acquiring a property in an estate, so you've seen a wonderful property you want to acquire in an estate, well-gated, secure estate with good social amenities, good roads, good drainages, good water, constant power supply, and you are moved by that. So what are those things you need to check out for, look out for before you sign that contract of sale, before you make your initial deposit? What are those things you look out for? I am Adi Real Estate from Property James and this, and I'm here to get it right in your real estate deals. We ensure you don't make mistakes. We ensure your real estate investment is safe and secure. We ensure you don't regret while investing in real estate. So watch this video to the end, and you'll be glad you did. So before buying the land, you know every nation, state, organization, institution are governed by laws. It is mandatory for you to know the laws guiding that particular estate before subscribing. You don't pay, then you now tend to discover the restriction. No, you know the restriction first and ask yourself, does this suit me, before subscribing. There are different types of estates. They are fully serviced, like the developers have built all the houses there. All you need to do is just to pay and move in. There are some estates whereby the developer are just selling just land, so you are liberty to build whatever you want to build. There are some estates whereby the developer have built a certain kind of structure. You can buy land there and maintain that design. There are some whereby you just have to adhere to their specifications. So you must know what kind of estate, number one, before aligning yourself whether or not I would fit into their specification. So last year, December, I was at Akure. I went to visit a friend in an estate, and I discovered someone has built a 4-bedroom duplex and it was demolished. And I asked why. They said the man built a duplex knowing well this estate is a fully bungalow estate. That is, all the houses there are just bungalows. So I'm sure that particular person was not aware of the regulation, or he didn't take time to go through the FAQ, the contract of sale, before acquiring a land there. So the property was demolished. Now you are about getting a property, a land or a house. Now you must know the restrictions, the regulations of that particular estate. If not, you might end up losing your money at the end of the day, or it might not appeal to your tastes. So what are those things you look out for before subscribing to an estate? The first stage before acquiring a property is getting familiar with the flyer, because that's the first thing you see even before going for inspection. So you've seen the flyer of the property, you've seen the picture, the draw there. Most times the picture is not the same. Most times in the flyer you see them saying 24 hours power supply. Let me don't go further. So after the flyer is making another step. Now you demand to see the frequently asked question. This is where you get details about the company, about the type of property you want to acquire, be it a land or a house, the size, probably a 2-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, the payment plan, the company address and stuff. You get to see it from the FAQ. The FAQ is just meant to guide you, to help you know about what you're about subscribing to. So you must be sure you understand everything in the FAQ. Most times the FAQ will not give an holistic approach to what you want to buy, but at least you have 60 to 70% idea of what you want to buy. Then you ask question. Which is very, very mandatory. So I had a client, I think a year ago, who wanted buying a bungalow. He saw the property, he was very, very impressed with the property. He loved the design and finishing. So we are at the verge of closing the deal. So he now asks a question that if he moves in, will he be allowed to have a full fence, because the estate is just a low fence. So the developer said, no, in this estate, there's no full fence, no gate at all. It's an open estate. And he lost privacy. He wants to be just close up, and that's how that deal was not closed. Because what they wanted was not what they were going to deliver. And the estate will not change their standard. So imagine if he had acquired the property, now upon moving in, he wants to put a gate and fence up his property, there will be issue. He won't be allowed to, but then at some point he will regret why suffering to that estate. So for you not to regret, you must ask question, every single question. I don't have a client who wanted to buy any property at Mowe, a bungalow also. He was not happy with the shape of the roofing. He was now asking, will the estate change the roofing? He said, no. So you must know this before proceeding. One thing you should not play with in the process of acquiring a property is what is called contract of sale. You must not play with that. You must make sure you get a seasoned lawyer to review every clause. Every clause must be reviewed and must be fully understood. So that's what will launch you to becoming the owner of the property. So imagine you signing the contract of sale that says you cannot on your generator by 12 a.m. I've seen an estate there that you're not allowed to on the generator once it's 12 a.m. So imagine you're someone that works at night, or you have a studio in your house that you shoot video or something, and you want to work all through the night. So you must. Whatever you've not signed, you've not considered to, cannot be binding on you. But you must know, ignorance of the law is not an excuse, by the way. So if you subscribe to an estate, a property, you must know every term contained there. So one thing you will further put into cognizance as you proceed in buying a property from an estate, and you must know very well, is called statutory fee. Most people have misunderstood this concept or principle rather. Some people feel it's called hidden charges. That these people have they eat this thing for me initially and they're coming to surprise me. Most people feel it's called surprise fee. That you're not surprising me, I don't know anything about it. Some people feel it's called Ogoju. That only if I different names. But then, is this fee legal? Yes, please. What are those things that makes up a statutory fee? Number one, payment for deed of assignment, payment for survey fee, then payment for development fee. So is it legal for you to pay for a deed of assignment? Yes, please. Is it legal for you to pay for a survey plan? Yes, please. Is it legal for you to pay for development fee? Yes, please. So this is the same thing you have, is a replicate of what you have when buying a family land or a community land. You still end up paying for foundation fee, security levy, roofing fee, CDA. So this is the same thing you have. So now you must know the actual amount of each of those fees, development fee, deed of assignment, and survey before signing that contract. This will help you. Don't ever sign a contract of sale without knowing the exact amount of these fees. Don't try it. You're gonna regret. This is one way some real estate companies have made some people regret why investing in real estate. There was an issue 2 years back of a woman who acquired a property from a real estate company here in Lagos. I'm going to mention the name. As of when they were buying the property, the development fee was not yet fixed. They said to be communicated as when due. She signed the agreement. She bought the property for 2 million. That's the land price is 2 million. When she bought the property, blah blah blah, and it was time for her to be given a deed of assignment, they now said they've reviewed the money for development fee. The development fee is now 1.5 million naira. How will you buy a property of 2 million and expect to pay 1.5 for development fee, and I'll still pay for survey and pay for? The woman got frustrated. She was angry, blah blah blah, and said, "Oh, pay back my money." The woman didn't get a lawyer when she was buying the property. In the contract of sale, the agreement is that where there's a refund, the buyer now loses 30% for administration fee. This woman lost it because, number one, she didn't get a seasoned lawyer to help her review the documents. She lost 30% of 2 million she had paid. She had paid for the property even a year before. So imagine she had used the money for a different thing. She would have gotten a good return. So she lost 30% for the refund policy of the company because she didn't even get time to look at it. And the money for the man was way above what she could pay. I myself won't pay for that actually. I won't buy property of 2 million and pay 1.5 for the rental fee. So how much life will you use to even build the property? It doesn't add up. So this is one way some real estate, not all. So everywhere you have good people, you have bad people too. So that's why you need to take real estate so serious. I think you need to, your money needs to kailara. Let me use your word. It has to kailara. You have to know the value of your money. Don't drop 1 million, 2 million, 3 million without going through the right process. You might end up regretting. So know the exact fees for date of assignment, survey, and developmental fee. Now, because sometimes it's possible you are paying in installments, so you are sure what you guys agree at first is binding. Now, if you guys have signed a contract for a survey fee to be 200,000, developmental fee to be 1 million, even in 5 years' time, they are now bound to review it and change it because you guys have agreed on that fee. The second thing you should look out for before signing the contract of sale is the payment plan. Payment plan is one of the good mediums to acquire property, no doubt. It makes you acquire a property easily without stress at your own convenience. But you need to know what is the interest rate if I'm paying for this particular period. What is the interest charge? If I'm paying for 6 months, within 6 months, within 12 months, within 18 months, within 24 months, that fee must be stated exactly. So, for example, you are buying a 4-bedroom duplex at Aja for 55 million, 55 million average, 55 million now. You need to know if I'm paying this property within the next 18 months, what is the interest rate? If the interest rate is 53 to 54, let's say 4 million interest rate, that will be 59 million. So at the end of 18 months, all I need to pay is 59 million. If you don't know, I'm sorry, you might miss it and be dealt with seriously. If that fee is not agreed upon, then you should know something is wrong somewhere, because the person might tell you, okay, I'm sorry, the property in this area now is now 65 million naira. If there's no written agreement, if you've not ascertained that, you might lose. One thing you should look out for in that same payment plan clause is the default charge. How much will they require you to pay should there's a default from your hand? So, for example, you subscribe to a 6-month payment plan, and unfortunately on 5th month you got sacked or something happened and you cannot complete that payment by the time stated. What are those additional charges? Sometimes it could just be 10%, some 20%. But some might be so outrageous to tell you pay 50% if there's a default, which is outrageous. But if you don't have a seasoned lawyer to review the document for you, you just mean this is how bad people have lost it in a real estate company. And you should know whatever you've signed, you've committed to, you are bound by it. I've seen a debt scenario whereby a real estate company used 50% default rates on the contract of sale for a client. Client blocked the property of 3 million or 3.5 million, and they're saying if there's a default, as they stated, you are paying 50%. How else somebody pay 1.5 again for a property, or 1.8 for a property of 3 million? But the woman was bound by it. Now I didn't even know how the case finished, but I think it was a very dirty one. Number 3 is know the restriction or regulation on the building or the land. A lady was about acquiring a property early this year, and she had a very vital question. She was about buying a land in the pay, and she asked, if I acquire this property, can I start farming on my own plots? Very good question. Very good question. Very, very good question. And when we asked the company, they said, no, this estate is not for farming. Though they are still in the bushel, but then they said, no, you can farm here. That is their own restriction. If she had not asked, and she had the mindset of, I'm buying the land so that I can farm, and she acquired the land and she's unable to farm, there will be issue. So you have to know, you have to ask. Then also the building, you have to know, this estate, can I build a terrace? Can I build apartment? Can I build a fully detached? Some estates are fully terraces, just terrace. No other design. Some buildings are just fully detached. There are some estates in Lagos that are just fully detached, nothing, no joining. So you must know the clause that states the design of the building you have there. So there are many different clauses, but let me restrict myself just to these three so you can have fun with it. These are some of the important clauses you look for before signing a contract of sale. We should know them. We should get your clarification to the extreme. Statutory fee, payment plan, restriction and regulation on certain kind of building or the purpose of the land or the house, as the case may be. There are other clauses you look for, but let me just allow you with this one. Let me allow you to take the code ice cream with this. I am Ade Real Estate from Properties, Dreams and Deals. Our goal is just to help you get it right in your real estate deals. In case you have a question, you need some clarification on real estate in Nigeria, feel free to drop a comment or send a message to our Instagram at Properties, Dreams and Deals, Facebook, Properties, Dreams and Deals. And we are here to guide you. You can also send a mail to contact@propertiesdeals.com. So we are here to answer your question and help you get it right. So I come here with us time. Just take care of yourself and be strong. Thank you.